guys, welcome back to Kal-El Soups 808. So as many of you guys know, this is a statues and collectibles channel, but as the title of the channel suggests, Kal-El Soups 808, whenever there's some kind of Superman related news and it's in my opinion big, then I like to share these things. So James Gunn is the head of DC now, and he's directing and writing the new Superman movie, Superman Legacy, which is due to come out in June 2025. Now, regular viewers of the channel will probably remember a couple of weeks ago I did a video, I'll post the card in the corner here, for basically the fake news surrounding the auditioning process for Superman and/or Lex Luthor, with several names being rumoured. And basically the video was around my frustration around the fake news, around the rumours, people saying, oh, this guy's auditioning, this guy's our new Superman, this guy's our new Lex Luthor. And if you want to see that video, just check it out. Well, it seems James Gunn actually shares in my frustration. There was an interview just yesterday with Michael Rosenbaum. Those of you that don't know, Michael Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor on the hit TV series Smallville back in the 2000s. And he has a podcast called Inside of You, where he gets to interview people from, well, all over the place really, but actors, directors, stars. And he interviews James Gunn, and they speak about the Superman movie. So this clip is all about that, so enjoy that. By the way, if you want to see the full interview, it runs over an hour. It's like almost an hour and a half, I think. Hour and a quarter, something like that. I'll put a link in the description down below to the full interview. I recommend you watch it if you're interested in James Gunn, DC, Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel movies, anything like that. He talks a lot, and there's some good info in there. So I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, enough babbling from me. Over to James Gunn.
And especially with my movies, with how we're doing Superman, we're creating an aesthetic that hasn't existed before. So it's,
what is that?
No. Well, you'll have to,
I'll have to see it.
But I mean, it's about creating something different, and so you really need to make sure that everybody. I started talking about how those people aren't mentioned, and I just went on to other stuff. But anyway,
no, but you mentioned
those people aren't brought up a lot,
right?
And you don't understand, like, everybody's actors, and the actors are incredibly important. They create a lot, but man, if you talk about an actor versus what Beth Mickle did, who created all the sets. Like, really, the biggest voice is Beth's.
Yeah.
She's, in terms of what Guardians 3 is, Beth is as important as anybody.
Yeah. With Superman, I know you can't talk too much about it. I mean, you mentioned in a couple of tweets. Is it true there'll be a KRYPTO dog? KRYPTO the dog? Is that what it's called?
There is a dog named Krypto in the comics, yeah.
So was that just a tweet you can't mention, or you're smiling?
I didn't say that in a tweet.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, somebody else was doing it.
Yeah, somebody
mentioned KRYPTO. Maybe it was a joke.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, Chris Pratt and I were talking about KRYPTO in a interview, and I said that he could play KRYPTO.
Oh, okay.
And then Chris goes, "Oh, now we're saying that KRYPTO's in the movie." That's a scoop.
Ah, gotcha. Do you feel like, out of all the big movies you've done, and you've done big fucking movies, be honest, you will be.
Yeah.
Do you feel the most pressure with Superman?
I did up until I finished the script. Now it's fun.
You love the script.
I love the script, and people love the script. And so, like, I feel great about the script, right? I felt a shitload of pressure at the beginning.
Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Do you go through those phases?
Why am I doing this? Definitely. But I think that it was, people know I was offered Superman years ago. I said no because I didn't know quite how to tackle it. And I think that, but because of that, I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. How could I create a Superman that's true to the character of Superman, that absolutely loves the character of Superman, and yet is a take on Superman that's different enough that it's worth, making a big budget movie about it. That it's worth people seeing it, that it won't be boring, all of those things. So now I feel good about it. So now it's fun. Now we're just finding, and then I felt a lot of pressure, frankly, finding, casting the roles.
Sure.
And, you know, saying, God, is there even, I know how hard, it was so hard to find Star-Lord. I can't tell you. I looked at hundreds of people before Chris.
I met with you.
You did.
Yeah.
And, you know, yours was the worst. It was
Yeah,
the worst
I know.
of all
I'm
of
aware
them.
of it.
No, I mean, I saw so many people for
Yeah.
Star-Lord. I couldn't find the right person until Chris. And so I was worried about that. But now that we've kind of done a lot of auditions, we're narrowing it down. We're not done yet. By the way, there's a lot of stories out there about who were auditioning and all these screen tests
It's
and
not
all
true.
that. You know, I'm just saying it's not all true. That's for sure. Like there's things in there that are completely false.
Yeah.
But I can't go out there and say, oh, this isn't true and this isn't true without saying, you know,
Can I ask you
without
this?
going through everything. And by the way, it's not the audience's, you know, right now at this point, I don't think it's the business of anyone who's screen testing for a role. That is a very private thing.
So if someone does that, shut your mouth.
Someone's putting, well, listen, journalists have to do what they have to do. That's their job.
How would a journalist find out?
They're trying to get hits. They find out some things from agencies, but here's the problem, is that they find out some things from agencies that might be true. They find out other things from agencies, which are agencies pushing their clients and trying to make
Pump it
them-
up. Like, look, don't you see
Yeah,
it?
the-
Because there's been some
I-
things
I
out there.
think-
I'm like, what?
I think
this person?
I think my client is testing. Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of nonsense that comes out of it. And that's difficult because there's people out there that are supposedly testing that aren't. And that must be difficult for them as people. And there's other people that might be testing
Yeah.
and that are out there that might be testing. And I think it's not, it's a private thing between me and them.
Or someone that puts themselves on tape. And then they say, oh, I tested. You put yourself on tape.
that happens too.
That happens.
Well, the thing that, you know, that happens also is people say, hey, they offered me this movie. Like directors do that. I'm
I
like,
had that with somebody who was on my podcast saying, oh, yeah, they offered me the role of Lex Luthor. I go, no, they didn't. They didn't offer anybody the role of Lex Luthor. Then I called the creator and go, hey, dude. This gives, no. That didn't
yeah, that's, yeah. No, we had somebody say that. We had these directors say it about a DC project. They offered us this project. I'm like, no. They met with one of our executives about potential projects to pitch on.
Right.
That isn't the same as
Yeah.
offering.
It probably, you just have to let it go and go, I'm not fucking even entertaining this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, but whatever the case, there's a lot of untruths out there.
Sure.
There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. What are your comments? Comment in the section below. And if you like content like this, guys, do all the usual. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you don't miss out on any future Superman-related content. And with that said, catch you in the next video.